Hello again, sports fans. Scott Travis here, and here is my Game 2 wrap-up and Game 3 preview for the Bruins and Penguins Eastern Conference Finals series, which is this update is brought to you by Hairspray Salon, 259 Wickenden Street in Providence, for all your beauty needs. The Game 2, folks, it was as much fun as we could have ever expected or hoped for. The early goal where Marchand stole it from Crosby on the bouncing puck, and then Vokun not able to make the save. That would have been a big one for the Penguins, but Marchand scores on that, and the Bruins are just off and running. Penguins, again, frustrated, losing confidence. It was a fun game to watch, obviously. You can't play a much better playoff game on the road, certainly, maybe even overall, than the Bruins did. They basically controlled all three zones. David Krejci just continuing to tear it up. He now has 8 goals and 12 assists in this, and was a big factor. Marchand with a few goals, and Horton had a nice rebound, all on the way to the 6-1 victory the Bruins posted in Game 2. I also have liked what I've seen from Jaromir Jagr. Has done well with puck control and finally got on the score sheet with a couple of assists. And I think Tukka Rask has been outstanding. He's made all the key saves to keep it where the Bruins are in control of these games. And I think that's been very important. So again, Penguins embarrassed themselves with 2 losses at home. And really in the second game there the other night, they really quit when they were down 4-1. It was big when they scored. Brandon Sutter scored to make it 3-1, and we came right back and scored to make it 4-1 before the period. So I think that was the nail in the coffin. And the two teams just had to go out and play the last 2 periods, but the Penguins had basically quit at that point. So now all the questions are coming about the Penguins, and people are calling into question, how the job Dan Bilesma's done, and is Sidney Crosby a good leader? All the questions I was already asking after Game 1. But people are calling all that into question. It should be an interesting game. Game 3 is tonight at the TD Garden at 8 o'clock. Bruins have to be ready for Penguins to come out with some pride, I would expect. Just withstand the early going. Who can make your saves. Bruins just play the same way you've been playing, which is just dominate. All the Bruins have to do is do what they've been doing. They back check. They've been breaking it up. The Penguins haven't been able to get out of their own end. They haven't been able to get in our end. And it's obvious when you watch their forwards with their lackluster efforts to come back and help out. And you see the Bruins are scoring all these goals because they're being left uncovered. And the defensemen that are out there, like Letang, are either caught up ice or can't play in their own end. Even if he's there, he's been embarrassed. So Bruins just play the same way they've been playing. Keep the scoring coming from everywhere. That's the key. It doesn't matter who it is; it's somebody every game, and that's what we got to continue. Maybe we will see a Sagan or a Kelly or a defenseman get back on the score sheet. Maybe Torrey Krug. So Bruins, come out, play the best you can. Be ready for what Pittsburgh's got. Thomas Vokun's going to be back in net. I'm not really sure why he was pulled in that first game, and then Fleury came in and looked bad too. So. Vokun is back in the net. I really think he is their best shot. I think Fleury is definitely a mental case at this point. He didn't look good at all, giving up actually gave up goals on the first 2 shots, the one at the end of the period and the one at the beginning of the next period. So that wasn't certainly going to help the Penguins in Game 2. But so Vokun's in net, obviously Rask for the Bruins. Lineups are pretty much the same from what I've seen. So we'll see what happens. We're going to roll our 4 lines, and I think all 4 of our lines are going to dominate the game. It should be good. Bruins will be back home. Hopefully they don't get a little too excited and want to put on a show. If they just go out and play their game, that'll be more than entertaining for Bruins fans. Bottom line, this is a big game. If the Bruins go up 3-0, I think that you will see 3-0. You will see that the Penguins have no fight left in them, and it'll just be a formality. When we wrap the series up. So this is a big one. If Penguins somehow come back and get a W in Boston, it'll just be that much more aggravating. And make it. Bruins still at this point are in total control. But I think the less games you play is always better. Like we finished off the Rangers in 5, try and get the Penguins out in 4 or 5, and then you're ready to go for the Stanley Cup Finals. So that's what's going on. Don't forget you can follow all my sports news stories at Scott Travis Sports News. I have a homepage there on Facebook. You don't even have to be on Facebook to get that. And also updates. I update out to my Twitter at Scott Travis SN. Thanks for watching. Go Bruins. Should be another good win. Hopefully we can take full stranglehold of the series up and go up 3-0. I'm Scott Travis. I'll be talking to you later on. Go Bruins. Thanks for watching.